Hey, hey, hey. I am super excited because guess what? It is the final episode for season two. Let's go, my friends. We have done some amazing work this season two. And let me tell you, I could not have done it without you because without you, we would not have had an average of 200 downloads a week. And when I say that we are doing some great things, we really, truly, truly are. And so get ready, because guess what? We are about to take you on a journey. For those who've missed season two, if you have, shame on you. No, actually, yeah, shame on you. But if you have missed season two, we are going to do a compilation of the best of season two. And I'm excited that you will be joining me on this journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Because what I know for sure is that if you have the courage to admit that there are things in your life that are not going well, you also have the courage to actually journey through a place called healing, a place called empowerment, a place that will allow you to let go and not just exist, but to live. And so, journey with me into season two. We are super excited because this could not have been done without you. You ready? Let's go. Journey with me in episode 126, season 2. And so our affirmation for today is I refuse to be defeated because I have already won. I refuse to be defeated because I have already won. I refuse to be defeated because I already won this fight and this battle. Because I have already won. My friends, all too often, we feel defeated and unaccomplished. We feel feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and we feel like giving up. But my friends, today, I want you to know that you refuse to be defeated because you, my friend, have already won the race. You have already won the ability to live this life to the fullest. I am so excited that you are journeying with me into episode 131, season 2. And the title of this affirmation, episode 131, is I am the best version of myself today and forevermore. I am the best version of myself today and forevermore. My friends, how often do we live in the place where we don't believe that we are good enough, or we don't believe that we are capable of doing great things? Well, today I've come to let you know that all of those thoughts or things that people have said are lies. You are the better version of yourself today. My friends, I want you to know that what you did yesterday or the day before or last week does not matter. What does matter is that you've learned from your past and that you are available right now to be intentional about every step you take in your life. I want you to journey with me into episode 132, season 2. And the affirmation for today is, I deserve respect and nothing less. I deserve respect and nothing less. I deserve respect and nothing less. Too often, my friends, we allow people to treat us less than who we truly are. But today, on this journey, you will affirm the truth that you deserve respect, and that includes respecting your space, respecting your time, respecting your body, respecting all of who you are and what you represent. Let's journey into episode 138 in the affirmation series. Today's affirmation is, I don't believe the negative chatter going on in my head. I don't believe the negative chatter going on in my head. I don't believe the negative chatter that says that I am not good enough, that says that all things negative is me. My friends, that is where you are. You don't believe the negative chatter. I am not what others have said negatively about me. My friends, you are in control of your thoughts. You decide whether you will continue to obsess about the thoughts that are negative, or are you going to switch the dial and focus on what is positive? Journey with me into episode 143. The affirmation for episode 143 is, in the midst of the storm, there is peace, and that peace is me. In the midst of the storm, there is peace, and that peace is me. There is peace, which is you. My friends, right now, there are so many things that are causing us to feel overwhelmed, to feel stressed, to feel worried, and even anxious and depressed. But I want you to know that in the midst of this storm now, there is a greater peace that lies within you. And so today we're going to affirm what is true, that you are peaceful despite tragedy, despite conflict, despite hatred and selfishness. There is peace. I want you to affirm with me, in the midst of my storm, there is peace. Welcome to episode 120, season 2. The topic for today's episode is how to live a purposeful and intentional life. I want you to be in a place where you define your purpose. Let me say this. Most people don't know what their purposes are and what it is that they've been placed on this amazing and beautiful earth to do. So what I want you to do is I want you to take those joys, those statements that you've written in your journal from actionable step 1. I want you to create a personal mission statement. You know, when someone is creating a business, they have a mission statement, like what is it that they want to do? What is the purpose of creating that business? Okay. Whether it is like my girls program, for those who don't know, I have a nonprofit girls program. It is entitled Girls Unapologetically Reaching Levels Successfully, Inc. But I want you to define your purpose, like create a personal mission statement that encapsulates your purpose in life. Like literally, what is it that you want? This can involve identifying what you want to achieve and how you want to contribute to the world. So, my friends, episode 122, season 2, how do you deal with difficult people or difficult situations? That's my topic. Because as a leader, it is important for you to learn certain techniques and skills so you can manage your own sense of emotional wholeness while supporting those who don't really have much coping skills. Okay. So when I talk about being empathetic, it's about really being in their shoes and also being heard and making that person feel like they're being seen. So it's important for you to make an effort to listen actively and show them that you're not trying to hurt them, but you truly are understanding their point of view, whether it is rational or not, or I should say irrational. Okay. So you have to definitely be in a place where you're using phrases like, I hear what you're saying, or I can see that that is important to you, or I can see how that might come across as offensive, right? Being in a place to empathize with them, to hear them, because again, those who are difficult normally don't do it with just you. They do it consistently, and they're committed to that task of being difficult, even though they may not admit that they're a difficult person. Okay. So we have to be in a place where we're taking the high road and we're empathetic and we're listening actively. Episode 127, season 2. And today's topic is, how do you know that you found your person? How do you know that you found the person that you can spend the rest of your given life with? There are things that we often do when we feel time is against us, my friends. When we feel time is against us, because so often family will pressure us to get married, to have children, and society will pressure us because we feel that we're getting older or we have not found the one. And for me was because of the fact that, yes, I thought about you often, but then you treated me so well, like respectfully well. You were very kind, very sensitive, very attentive. And I knew that I wasn't going to settle for less than. That was one. Also, I have children, and they are below the age of 18. Well, when we met, they were, and I knew that I was a package deal. And so for someone to really be in line with my children, really caring towards them, treating them like his own, that was important to me. I am so excited, as always, to come before you for episode 139, season 2. And the topic for today is how to manage life when the world is going crazy. Okay, because what we know for sure is that when you are consistently listening to the news, you find yourself getting so consumed with all of the negativity, and you go to sleep with it, you wake up with it, because there are people that literally go to sleep listening to the news. That, my friend, is not the key to waking up stress-free. Because remember, you're listening to that, you're taking that into your REM sleep. That is that deep sleep. And it really causes you to have a unrestful sleep, right? Getting up in the middle of the night because your spirit is uneasy. So it's important for you to limit your news intake, your social media consumption. Pay attention to what you are putting in your mind, what you are saying out of your mouth, and also what you are reading, right? Because all of those things really matter. And so it's important for you to be in a place where you are taking an intentional and conscious decision to focus on you. Okay? I want you to stick to your routine. And if you don't have a routine, create one. And I'm talking about a routine as it relates to your sleep, making sure that you're going to bed almost at the same time every night, your nutrition, drinking lots of water, eating fruits and vegetables, moving away from all of the sugar and all of the potato chips. I know it tastes good, but is it really good for you? Ask yourself, okay? This episode 140, season 2, the title for today's episode is There is a Blessing in Your Trial. Once you get out of that trial, but you got to hold on. You got to hold on to something greater than yourself. Because it is in that moment of holding on that you say, I am not going to give up. So, my friends, I've heard of many trials. I've been through trials, right? Because I'm living this life. I've heard of trials of, yes, I caught my boyfriend cheating. Oh my goodness, yes. I caught my mate cheating and it hurt me so bad. Or the trial of financial difficulties where you don't know when your next paycheck is coming from. or the trial of, oh my goodness, my child is acting out and I don't know what to do, or the trial of your body is telling you something is wrong and you are not feeling well, or the trial of losing a loved one and feeling like your heart was just ripped out of your chest, or the trial and tribulation of being in a situation or relationship that does not serve you, or a trial and tribulation of going through a level of trauma, whether it was sexual trauma, whether it was physical trauma, whether it was abandonment by a family member or an actual parent. There's so many trials and tribulations. I can go on and on and on. But one of them you can relate to. And what I am here to say to you is that trials are not meant to break you apart. And if you say, yes, it was, then I say that it was meant to break you apart so you can be built back up again. Episode 142. And so for episode 142, journey with me into the topic, surrender yourself for more. We often want to give, we give to our children, we give to our parents, we give to our love interests, our spouses, our friends, but we often, at times, don't give enough for ourselves. And so in order for us to begin to surrender ourselves for more, it is important for you to first acknowledge that there are some deficits there. There are some things that you are not specifically considering when it comes to you. Are you loving yourself? Acknowledging that, yeah, there are times when I don't think that I can get that job. There are times when, I don't think that that handsome man will come and speak to me and ask me out for a date. Because my friends, I was there. And this is why I'm talking to this subject, is because that used to be me, where I didn't always think that as a divorcee, that a man of high caliber would want to talk to me as a mother of two, a divorcee. I didn't think that I still had it in my late 40s, that, I wasn't as attractive. Like, these were some of the things. It wasn't because someone told me. It was because of the thoughts that I had in my head. It was because of the falsified thoughts. Yes, the falsified thoughts I had about myself. And so you first have to acknowledge that these are some of the things that you possibly may think. You may think that, okay, maybe because I am heavier than I was when I was in high school, I may not be the most attractive. Or because I'm older, jobs are employing younger individuals and they're paying them more, and they don't think that I'm worth it, even though I've had the years of experience, but they know that I want more, so they're not going to pay me more. Acknowledge that you have these thoughts, that you believe these things about yourself. Stop settling. You have to make a decision to stop settling. Once you acknowledge that this is where you are, you have to secondly say, I am no longer going to settle for less because I am worthy. And so within today's episode 145, is titled break up with that old version of yourself. How many of you, I'm talking to you, have done that? Think of a situation, think of an event, think of a number of events that you continued to allow your voice to die. You felt like you had to be in the shadows. You felt like you couldn't be your bold, unapologetic self because you were just accepting what was not for you. Let me say to you that you are not alone. I was there. As a licensed clinician, I've had so many women come into my office, and I'm going to talk about women who come to my office and say, what is wrong with me? I have a lot of anxiety. I have sleepless nights. I am crying uncontrollably when no one is looking behind those closed doors. And when I really begin to ask those pertinent questions, those thought-provoking questions, I realize that those symptoms were coming from somewhere. There was a root to that. Whether it was childhood trauma that said that you weren't good enough, that said that when you get into any relationship, you just settle because you know what? You can't get any better. I mean, mind you, you may not have said that verbally to yourself, but your actions were, your unconscious thoughts about yourself, because you were emotionally abused. You may have been sexually abused, and it showed up in your relationships. It showed up in individuals leaving you and abandoning you. We're talking about whether it was a father, right? You didn't see your dad for almost 15 to 20 years, or your mom was emotionally not present for you. So you had to fend for yourself. Yes, we're talking about those incidents. We're talking about those events. And they leave an imprint on our mind, and they leave an imprint on our heart. And so we don't either trust or we think that we should just hold on, even though it hurts. So let's jump into how to move out of this place and break up with that old version of yourself. Come on, let's go. I want you to look at yourself, my friend. Look at yourself in the mirror and decide whether you want to continue this behavior. Look at yourself and say, hey, this is not who I am. I am better than this. I am better than this person that I have become. Oh my goodness, this was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of my followers, all of my friends who stayed tuned for each and every episode in season 2. It has been an amazing experience because what I know for sure is that my life, the people that I have counseled over the many years, have really contributed to all of the content. And also, I've had people email me, send me messages asking me to talk about specific topics. And let me say this, it has been amazing. It has been amazing. So thank you for journeying with me into season 2. You received some snippets, and if you want to hear the entire episode, definitely go back and listen in for the entire episode. I'm sure it will change the trajectory of your life because that's what I'm here to do. I am your resident clinical therapist, Natasha Paris, and I am here to stay. I cannot wait to see you on the other side of season 3 because we are coming back. Yes, we are. We are coming back for season 3 in the fall. So look out, and pay attention because we are coming full throttle with possible interviews. Yes, I'm not going to tell you who. And also, of course, the mindful meditation episodes, the empowerment series. In addition to that, we are coming with more topics, more information, and also the same level of energy that took you to the next level in episode one, two, three, four, season one and season two. So, with that said, I'm super excited to have been your guide. And as I often say, you know it. If you've been following me, come on, let's say it together. I want you to be empowered for greatness because without greatness, there is no you. And without you, there's no greatness. Enjoy your summer. See you soon for season three.